Well, the Pink Panther probably shouldn't be that happy as the R19 comes back into the pits. Hoddenschild's car being deposited. Lots of work going on. What are they doing there on Jason Meyer's car?
Cleaning all the mud off, spraying WD-40, trying to keep that mud from building up on the front axle of the race car.
Let's go down to Shane.
Jack Hodenschild just getting out of the ambulance. Jack, first, are you okay? And also, what happened?
I just got up there and got a little too high and got in the fence and just grabbed a hold and just took me over.
A tough break tonight. It looked like you had a good race car.
Yeah, we had a front-running car, so it was a shame I wrecked it.
Tough break for the Wild Child, guys.
That is one tough customer there. You can see a little bit of a limp in the step of Jack Hodenschild, the driver of car number R19. We're sorry to see the three-time champion out of it. Well, Brad, it's time again for a double file restart, and looks like Madsen's going to choose the high side just as Steve Kinzer did on the previous restart.
Yeah, you got to wonder, these guys, I mean, this Steve Kinzer's thinking, okay, this is maybe my chance to get back, but that lead that Madsen had is gone, obviously, at this point, so he's not liking this restart, but he had to see what happened before. Outside, Steve Kinzer worked for him. Let's see if it can work for Madsen.
Now, we should mention that the third-place car follows the leader, so Donnie Schatz is in third, even though he's starting on the outside of row number 2. And let's not count Donnie Schatz out of this deal the way he's been coming forward. So right now, Kinzer, Madsen, Schatz, the three main combatants to keep an eye on this restart. That's Sam Hafertepe Jr. in the black 15H. Madsen leaves Kinzer this time.
Madsen's taking a long way around. Yeah, he's still got him beat off before. Boy, Terry was rolling way around the top, the long part of the racetrack.
Schatz not able to get up close to challenge Steve Kinzer. It'll be Madsen, Kinzer, and Schatz down the back straightaway. 1, 2, 3. Jason Sides got a great restart. Sides all the way up into fourth. He's gotten by Hafertepe and Lasas.
Running the bottom of the racetrack, especially on these restarts, Bobby. There's nobody down there. He's got a wide open racetrack. Now he kind of slides up to the middle.
When you raced at Eldora, Brad, did you have a favorite line?
Usually it was on the top. I mean, you have to get comfortable up there, but again, the racetrack can change. The technology's changed, that kind of thing. Some of these guys can get their car going really fast on the bottom of the racetrack.
It's a lot more fun to go at the top, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, you feel like you're going faster even if you're not.
There is Kerry Madsen, and he is on the top of this racetrack right now, pulling away from the king of the Outlaws, Steve Kinzer. We're at the halfway point. 20 down, 20 to go. And the hopes of Australia right now, riding with Kerry Madsen. He is the leader. There's Darren Pittman. Pittman in the 13 car ahead of Sam Hafertepe Jr. Pittman right rear, right up there against the wall.
Hafertepe, you notice that right through the middle of the racetrack, and the car's sticking pretty well right in the center.
Hafertepe challenging Pittman. Good battle there as they continue their fight for 6. Now they swap lanes. Oh, big trouble for Pittman. What happened there, Brad?
It looked like something on the left rear. Either the tire peeled off the rim or he blew a tire. Hafertepe had nowhere to go. Vicious Christ. And you see Ed Lynch Jr., the 2L slide in there.
Holy cow, how quickly it can change. Pittman looked fine as he rolled down into turn number 3. Hafertepe right on the outside of him. And next thing you know, Pittman is in the wall, and Hafertepe took a hard hit up there as he came down hard on the front end. He comes over to check on Pittman.
That's the good news. You see Hafertepe get out right away. His crash looked worse, you know, the vicious crash or flip that we saw, but he knows the pounding that Darren Pittman took. You see Hafertepe, nice move there, get out and make sure Darren Pittman's okay. See the safety workers and people talking to Darren Pittman in the car.
Now, we assumed that he was checking on to make sure he was okay. He's probably not very happy that he just got collected in the crash, but I've got to think that something broke on Pittman's car the way that it suddenly veered.
Yeah, and I think Hafertepe actually probably had time to see that something happened the way that Pittman's car just literally swapped ends on him and slid right up across the racetrack and blocked Hafertepe's line. So, again, something on the left rear, either a suspension part broke and then maybe punctured the left rear tire, but that car definitely lost the left rear tire. See Hafertepe waving to the crowd.
Sam Hafertepe walking back towards the pit area. There's Shane Andrews, Johnny on the spot.
Sam Hafertepe Jr., a great run going for you. What happened?
Darren just got in there and I guess lost it and pretty much cost us our whole race. We got a little bottled up there on the restart, but we're going to get right back past him. It's just unfortunate, but part of it, you know.
You okay?
Oh, yeah.
Well, glad to see that Sam Hafertepe Jr. is okay. And there's Darren Pittman. You can clearly see that he had his bell rung a little bit there, Brad. That's going to happen when you hit the wall here at Eldora.
Yeah, especially when you get hit by another race car, too. And that's the problem here at Eldora. The speeds are so fast you can't drive around something when it happens in front of you.
Well, for Darren Pittman, it's been a rough go. They've been having some motorhome problems. You can read all about it on DarrenPittman.com on the web. Let's go down to Shane with DP.
Darren Pittman, a tough break for you. You got into it with Sam Hafertepe Jr. What happened?
Oh, I just blew a tire. I mean, obviously, just blew a left rear right at the exit gate and spun around backwards. So I feel sorry for Sam, and you know, he was just an innocent bystander. So just a shame. This team really can't afford a wreck like this, and just running awful good and awful solid. So either way, glad I'm all right, and glad Sam's okay, because you don't wreck around this joint that fast. And
Sam was pretty upset. You're going to go talk to him?
yeah, I think he was, you know, he came by to make sure I was okay. He saw the left rear blue, so I mean, he knew it wasn't my fault or nothing. We just, you know, just left rear blue and spun out in front of him. So he was just wrong place, wrong time. I feel bad for it, because obviously I'm sure that team didn't need it either. But I guess if any consolation, we were both running pretty decent, so we'll go from there.
Well, Darren Pittman seemed to have his wits about him a lot more than maybe one would expect after a hit like this. Here's the replay, Brad, and you see that left rear tire just shredded.
Yeah, absolutely. And when that drops down, we talked about the stagger earlier and we showed the cutout car. When that tire goes down, virtually, I mean, it just turns that car right around the left, and poor Hafertepe, as he said, no place to go.
Well, there's a mess to be cleaned up. We'll get it cleaned up, and we'll come back and resume the 27th Kings Royal. You're watching the World of Outlaws on Speed. Welcome back to the Kings Royal. Darren Pittman's Indy Race Parts number 13 going off on the hook. Glad to see, again, that Darren and Sam Hafertepe Jr. were all right. Let's go down to Shane with Danny Lasoski.
Danny Lasoski, you started on the outside of the front row for this one, but you faded back. What's happening?
Well, we put some harder tires on, and we thought maybe they would, after a lap or so, get going, and it's just now starting to go. So hopefully we can run the rest nonstop, and maybe we'll have something the last 5 laps for these guys.
You saw that wreck. What happened in front of you?
That was big carnage. It was I didn't get to see that one. That was behind me, but I got to see the one of Joey, and it was a big wreck.
Danny Lasoski looking to go back to the front.
Jason Sides is making his way to the front as well, back downstairs.
Jason Sides, you got a very good race car. You got enough to get to the top?
I hope so. It's my mom's birthday, trying to get another win.
That's right. Not a lot of extra pressure. It's only the Kings Royal, but your mom's birthday, too.
Yeah, we got a good car right now. I mean, it's taking off good. It's good top or bottom, so we're see what we can do at the end of this thing.
Pick up a couple of spots on the restart?
Yeah, I hope so. That last one, we got a few starts there, a few spots, and so hopefully we can get another more.
One driver looking to use the double file restarts to his advantage.
Well, and he's been doing just that all night. The bottom is the place that's really working well for Jason Sides right now. See, they put a little oil dry down there on the dirt surface, and the fans settle in here as we get set for another double file restart. It'll be Kerry Madsen once again choosing his spot. He's in front of Steve Kinzer. Brad, what do you think? We've had another open red flag situation here.
This could be interesting. What changes did the 3 make, or even Steve Kinzer we saw before? Looked like Kerry Madsen's crew, Sonny Kratzer, made the right call, and he got away from Steve. Now, did Steve adjust his car back? Maybe Madsen go the wrong way. It'd be real interesting to see they had a chance to work on these race cars.
Let's note some drivers that are moving up in the field. Jason Meyer started 17th. He is now up to 9th. Chad Kimenoff started 23rd. He's up to 6th. Tyler Walker gave up the 11th spot as he's gone. He had to go to the pits to replace the left rear tires. We go back to green, and Paul McMahon is back up to 10th from a trip to the rear of the field early in the race. On the restart, Madsen once again gets the jump over Steve Kinzer. Donnie Schatz racing in 3rd.
See Greg Wilson on the bottom there behind Sides, moving up through also, but Sides still electing, as we talked about earlier now. So now he goes to the middle of the racetrack. Lasoski to his inside.
Lasoski inside. That is a battle for the 4th position down the back straightaway. Sides is able to hold the spot right now. Just in front of them, Donnie Schatz. Lasoski, the 2001 World of Outlaws champion, 8 times the Knoxville Raceway points champion, going to work on Sides, who's coming off his best season in the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series last year when he finished 5th in points.
Heard Lasoski in his interview, Bobby talked about they went to harder tires. Well, he needs this race to go green. Cautions will cool the tires off. They quit working at that point. The longer the race goes under green, the better off he's going to be with those harder tires on.
Well, and they're giving him a drive right now down the back straightaway. The dude, Danny Lasoski, moves into the top 4 as he passes Jason Sides.
Soft tires, the gummy rubber on a soft tire does not like a lot of heat. They tend to give up as the tire gets hotter. That's why these guys have a choice to make. They go to harder, the softer tires. What's it going to do at the end of the race?
Madsen's lead right now, 1.3 seconds. You're watching the best battle on the racetrack. It's a battle for 3rd between Danny Lasoski and Donnie Schatz. Schatz has 3rd. Lasoski's coming after him, and Danny Lasoski really has found something, Brad. The tires make that much of a difference?
Well, they really do, but where he's got to be comfortable is the cars running through the middle of the racetrack. That's the comfort zone of any driver, especially here at Eldora, when you can roll through the middle like this without having to be up there banging on that cushion and banging on the wall. From a driver's standpoint, it's a little less nerve takes less nerve, I guess, to run the middle, and he likes to be running down there.
Lasowski gets past shots, so Danny Lasowski is charging. He's up to third. Will he have enough time, though, to get up there to the front, too, of Kerry Madsen and Steve Kinzer, who are pulling away from the field with 11 laps to go here in the Kings Royal. There is Kerry Madsen, Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. He is out in front of the Kings Royal. Brad, this would be the biggest win ever by an Australian driver in the United States.
This has to be the longest race Kerry Madsen has ever ran in his life. To be out there leading this, to have a couple restarts, to hold Steve Kinzer, the king, off like that, to drive way again, folks that new to this sport, these guys have no rear view mirrors, they have no contact with the crew chief telling how far. Kerry Madsen doesn't know how far he is in front of Steve Kinzer right now, but this race, he cannot wait for the laps to get down. I guarantee you he's looking at the lap counter trying to get to the end of this one.
He's got 9 to go right now. Just put a lap on Kyle Sauter, and now Kinzer is reeling him in as Madsen has gotten into traffic. Kinzer's closed it down to 3 car lengths.
Man, he really closed in that lap. You can see it right there. Just a lap or two before Madsen had pulled away from him. Steve Kinzer coming back.
Now Madsen dips down low in traffic. Kinzer working up on the high side. There's Tyler Walker running just in front of those 2 drivers.
And that really,
Kinzer gets a piece of the wall in the front straightaway.
That really slowed Madsen down the lap car, but Kinzer banging off the wall obviously slowed him down.
Well, that just shows you how much the King wants it right now. Madsen trying whatever he can do to get around Tyler Walker and put him a lap down, and Steve Kinzer trying to take advantage.
Now that might have done it right there. You saw Madsen struggling with Tyler Walker to get by. He cleared him cleanly down in 1 and 2.
6 to go. Time running out. It'll be 5 to go this time as they cross the start-finish line. Kerry Madsen continuing to show the way. Madsen's won championships, or won a championship at the Knoxville Raceway, but this would be his crowning glory right here if he could pull this one off. Right now in front of the King, Steve Kinzer with 4 laps to go.
He's hearing noises in that race car, I'm sure, just thinking, you know, this thing's got to stay together. I got to keep it out of the wall, not run over the lap cars right here. But again, Kinzer, oh, it's Steve Kinzer in the wall, the back straightaway.
He's giving it everything. Kinzer using his chariot up right now. That probably cost him right there. You think he could have bent the Jacob's ladder on that?
That Jacob's ladder is what holds the rear end in the car.
And now Kinzer. That is Cale Conley in that number 3 car. He's down a lap. The other 3 is Kerry Madsen up. Oh, big trouble right in front of the leaders. Jason Myers has a problem, and that was too close for comfort for both Madsen and Kinzer. 3 feet in either direction right there. That could have been a catastrophe for Steve Kinzer.
Yeah, if Myers would have ended up back up the racetrack a little bit, Steve Kinzer on the outside wouldn't have had anywhere to go. But he did squeeze through there cleanly.
He squeezed through, and so that's going to set up one more of those double file restarts. Kerry Madsen, will he choose the inside or the outside? Probably the outside again, but we'll find out. There is the King, Steve Kinzer, running second. Kerry Madsen's the leader. By far, it will be the biggest win ever for an Australian driver on U.S. soil. Can he do it? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.